Have you ever been completely overwhelmed, exhausted, stretched far too thin, but still when someone offered to help you, you said, "No, I got it." Even when you desperately needed support, something inside just wouldn't let you accept it. If that's you, you're not alone. A lot of us, especially eldest daughters, struggle to receive help. But it's not just about pride or independence. It's actually a trauma response. And in this video, I'm going to break it down exactly why it feels so uncomfortable to accept help, how this pattern shows up in your life and relationships, and most importantly, how to start shifting it so you don't have to carry everything alone. Let's get into it. Why we struggle to accept help. Let's first talk about where this comes from. When you grew up in an environment where help isn't available, or worse, where asking for help leads to judgment, disappointment, or rejection, your brain learns something. Help isn't safe. I can't depend on anyone but myself. This is what's called a trauma response. It's your nervous system adapting to keep you safe. For eldest daughters, this is especially common. Maybe you had to be the second parent, taking care of siblings, handling responsibilities way beyond your years. Maybe you learned that asking for help just meant getting ignored, shamed, or told you're the responsible one, you should know how to handle it. So, over time, self-sufficiency became your identity. You started believing, if I ask for help, I'm weak. If I don't get it done myself, it won't get done correctly. If I rely on others, I might get let down. And even now, as an adult, your body still reacts like help isn't an option, even when it's right in front of you. That's not just mindset, that's your nervous system trying to protect you. How this affects your life and relationships. But here's the problem. Rejecting help isn't protecting you anymore. In fact, it's probably hurting you in ways you don't even realize. Think about it. When you take on way too much at work. Instead of delegating tasks, you do everything yourself because it feels easier than trusting someone else. And when you end up burnt out, overwhelmed, and resentful. Number 2, you emotionally self-isolate. You crave support, but the second someone offers you push them away. Deep down, you might think, if I let someone help me, they'll see me as a burden. So you suffer in silence, feeling no one understands what you are going through. 3, you have control issues. If I don't do it, everything will fall apart. But in reality, doing everything alone doesn't create stability. It just leaves you exhausted. And if this sounds familiar, I want you to hear this. Your inability to receive help is not a personality trait. It's a survival response. That means it can be unlearned. How to start accepting help without guilt. So, how do you start shifting this? Here are 5 steps to help you break free from this pattern. Number 1, notice your instinct to reject help. The next time someone offers you support, pause and ask yourself, am I saying no because I really don't need help or because it feels uncomfortable? Step 2, start small. If saying yes feels overwhelming, start tiny. Let a friend bring you coffee. Accept a small favor without trying to repay them immediately. Say, thank you, instead of, I got it. Step 3, reframe help as strength, not weakness. You've been taught that independence is power, but real power is knowing when to receive. Trusting others doesn't mean losing control, it means gaining support. Step 4, set up safe spaces for receiving support. Identify people in your life who feel safe to receive from. Practice asking them for small things. Step 5, give yourself permission to change. You grew up believing you had to do everything alone, but that doesn't have to be your story anymore. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to be supported. And you're still strong even when you're not carrying everything by yourself. So, if receiving help feels unnatural for you, just know you are not broken. This was taught to you, and now you have the power to unlearn it. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. What's the hardest part about accepting help for you? And if you found this video helpful in any way, give it a like and subscribe. I'll be sharing more insights for eldest daughters just like you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!